Okay, today, been a week, been a while, been a week or two since I've done a video. Move, Sheldon. I'm not taking the trash out and removing those batteries outside because it snowed last night and that deck is slick. That is something that I need to do. I gotta get some stuff out of the way here. I'm going to water the batteries. First thing I need to do is get out the blower and blow off the tops of them and use the paper towel to clean up a little condensation there, and we'll go from there. That's the first thing I'm going to do, is just do the batteries. And this fell off battery bank 2. It should be right here. I'll have to find a better way to hang it. Bummer. Alright. Everything is marked. They're not going to stick, obviously. I took my light down, so that's going to be a little bit more difficult. So the first thing I'm going to do is blow off the batteries. So I'll be back. Alright, I got some water out. There's some Silver Falls water. The tops of the batteries are all cleaned up, and you can see down in there, maybe I might have to get a flashlight, but they are not really very low. Surprisingly enough, they're not at all low. The 12-volt batteries may be a little bit lower. Yeah, they're not really. They're actually pretty good. This one's not hardly low at all. I don't know if you can see down in there or not, but they're all doing pretty good. So I'm going to get some of that water. I have a method to my madness for this. I'll see if I can set the camera somewhere so you can see what I'm doing. Alright, I'll be back. Okay. Make sure it's recording, because I have a habit of not starting it. What I'm going to do is I have a measuring cup here. I put in about a cup of water in there. I get my flashlight out here. Look down in, hold the flashlight so I can see in there. Make sure your funnel is really clean too. And I pour in the water until I see the little water tension indicators in there. Just like that. Not using very much. Surprisingly low amount. You don't want to overfill your batteries. If you do, you need to suck a little bit of it out. Some water. And finish this one. So I don't know if you can see down there very well. I managed to shut off the darn camera. But you can see the full indicator there on all 6 of them. And you just watch for the water tension. Watch for the water to hit that field indicator. Put the caps back on those. Surprisingly, these batteries are doing a lot better since I added all the solar panels on water. I figured I'd probably be boiling them to death, but they're not. They're doing quite well. Okay, what the issue was with the camera was my batteries were dead. Go figure. I mean, those batteries were almost brand new. So let's do these 6. And like I said, make sure everything's clean. Make sure your funnel is clean and you're not dumping stuff into the batteries like dirt. Get all these 6 done. Usually I use 2 gallons of water, but I don't think I'm going to this time. Make sure that you're using good quality distilled water too. Don't use tap water. Batteries real quick. This water I'm using is spring something water. Oh, Silver Trails. Oh, Silver Falls water. This other water that I bought other water here, and put those caps on. I just bought it yesterday from Family Dollar. Yes, Chestnut Hill. Probably made in China. And probably synthetic water. See what it says here. I'm supposed to read that? That's micro writing. They don't want you to know what's in it. Fake water. Synthetic. Alright, but that's how I fill my batteries. Now, when I'm done, I go around and wipe off any excess that's on top. I've got a little bit on top of these, because that will help make your batteries go bad. In fact, I need to go and get a paper towel. Well, then you're going to have to move. Move. Come on, buddy. That's my knee. So I'm going to wipe that off. Rubber gloves wouldn't hurt either. Now if you take a voltmeter and put it on your negative cable over there, put one at your negative side on the negative cable and run your positive side across here, if you get voltage, that's a bad thing. You need to really clean them off. So we got that all clean. I'm gonna go over here and toss that on the floor. Yeah, that's dumb. That's all the extra wire I had from the wiring project. I've been really busy, so I haven't had a chance to clean up my mess. So I'm gonna fill those 6 and I'll be right back. Okay, so between all 6 of these, they only took 1 cup of water. Very, very surprising. Unusual. Usually they take a lot more than that. So getting some stuff off of the 12-volt system may have helped. I'm going to be taking the ham radio off the 12-volt system today also. Okay, so, and replacing this fuse. I bought a fuse for it. This fuse is too high of an amperage. It's 120 amp, too high of an amperage. I only need an 80 amp in there, and it gets hot. It doesn't get hot, but it gets warm. Warm is bad. And take all these off. Gotta watch YouTube now. They're playing the Facebook game and deleting stuff if they feel that it's false information. So their fact checkers are just prejudice is all. They're brainwashed prejudice. So I got a bunch more here to do. Take about 30 minutes probably to get them all done. Get Sheldon out of the way. And I'll be back. Okay. We got them all filled up. That one might be a little low. Where's my flashlight? I lost my flashlight. Grab that one. No, it's got the water tension. They all do. Yeah, just slightly low. Might add a hair. How am I going to do this? I'll shut it off. Okay, all the batteries are full. I'm going to put the caps on. I did spill just a little bit somewhere right there. Have to clean that up. You definitely do not want to overfill these because that extra water will just come right out on top of your batteries. You need to keep a hydrometer handy. Get those in an auto parts store and suck any extra if you're too full out, and that will help you not have the leakage problem. There's several things that I'd like to do today. I need to get that wire, that yellow wire there, put away where it belongs. I have the parts too. I went and bought them a couple weeks ago. There's a little bit of water on top of that one. So you'll know there is a group of people on Facebook, on YouTube, on all of the social media networks that go around looking for anything that they feel is offensive, anything political, definitely anti-Republican. And they report them as offensive, and then a group of them report us as offensive, and so things get deleted. And I have had a couple of videos deleted because of them. And of course, there's nothing offensive about them, it's just stating facts. But their fact checkers come along who are definitely anti-Republican, and they start giving everybody shit about them. I've had two people who were on who were just anti everything I was doing. Everything was wrong. I couldn't fart right according to them. And I ended up blocking them. But still going on. I had another one deleted by YouTube saying false information. Yeah, well, what about let's see, how about proof that nobody landed on the moon, or the world is flat, or I love talking about how solar panels are going to use up the sun's energy and we're all going to die in 12 years. I love talking about that. And that hasn't been deleted yet. Probably will be now. But that's that. That's all taken care of. Batteries are happy. Whatever the date is today, I need to write it down on my list over there. Now, I close this up for the moment. I'm going to work on that. I'll be back. And it was not on record. Well, just don't you figure. Okay, I went through 10 minutes of speech, and this is the power supply. I got this at Ham Radio Outlet. This one uses PowerPoles. PowerPoles are a totally different kind of connector that I just haven't quite figured out yet. There's the cord for it. They go in here. They're pretty cool connectors, but interesting. Just simply interesting. I'm going to put that in here on the APRS system, which is up there. And I'm going to have to get all this crapola out of the way. All that crapola out of the way, and I'll be able to straighten that up and get a little bit more off the 12-volt system. That's Pete Brothers Altimeter 800, and I have a Cantronics digipeater up there, and I have a Tiny Track 4 up there. Oh, it's a 3 Plus, which is for the weather system, and that goes into a ICOM 2AT up there that's hiding in the back, and the white one there in the front is a iGate, which is not in use. It's a receive only iGate, but I may end up using it to do this. So I'm going to get started on it. I'm not really for doing this because I need the APRS to tell me that the 12-volt system is working. But there are several ways that I might be able to get around that. So, off we go. Don't you hate it when the dog won't move? Baby. I think my wrench must be going. Okay. The noise you are hearing is telling me that the batteries are charged. It does that every time it hits peak charge. So these are the power pole connectors. Each connector is both male and female, kind of like an earthworm. So these pieces, how am I going to do this? I guess I'll try and hang it around my neck. About like that. These pieces I'm gonna have to get my glasses. Okay, try it again. These pieces slide together somehow. Kind of like that. But maybe not like that. Okay, so I did it wrong. This is more complicated than my feeble mind can handle. Make sure they're hit pointed the right way up on top. And slide them together. Like so. I think they're both the same way. Then you take this little microscopic roll pin and push it into the hole somehow, and that holds it together. Voila. So I'm going to take that back out. Because I don't want to do that yet. Slide them back apart. And I got a fuse. This is I don't know. It came from one of my big VHF radios. And going to put this on here. Probably be really best off to solder them. Get them on there, at least kinda. Use this one and start the crimp. There's probably better ways to do this, but I'm just doing it this way. Start the crimp. Big pliers out, get it in there, and finish the crimp. Lots of pressure. That probably is not right. Probably not. And take one of these doodads. There's too much wire sticking out there. I don't like PowerPole connectors, as you can probably tell. They're probably just the cat's meow to most people, but probably watch a YouTube video on how to put them on. And not crimp down good enough. I have some serious problems going on with my thumb. I cannot put pressure on it. It goes out loudly. There. Okay, that one crimped in. It clicked into place. So that one is on. I'm going to use red on both of these. That's not what I need. Really should just probably solder them, but but that's not going anywhere. Struggle, struggle. There it went. Clicked into place. So they're both in there. Now, I take a couple of these to the back. A black one and a red one. So this one's going to go into here. This one will go into the power that's existing out there, because I'm just going to cut the main lead coming across from the batteries and fasten this in place. I'll put a power pole connector on that and a power pole connector on the ground, which I have two of them already. I need this and this and two of these. I just rewired my truck. I moved everything down, the VHF radio and the UHF radio, or the HF radio, down onto the floor and put the heads up on the dash using a piece of cutting board, and you just cut the cutting board to whatever shape and size you need. And I also attached my GPS and Sirius XM to that, and it came out pretty good. I did it again yesterday, redid it again yesterday, because I found some gray cutting board, and the inside of the truck is gray, so I just used the white piece that I had as a template and made it again, did it again, and actually did a better job the second time. So that's pretty cool. Now, I really probably didn't have to use PowerPoles because it's got connectors right on the front. Right there on the front. I did not see them, but I could have just connected them right there. Let's see where this goes. I'll be back. Okay, it's up and running again. APRS is online. Turn on the amp meter. Not using much according to the meter. I still need to set the time. Let me go get my watch, my phone, and I'll do that. You just set up the altimeter. Okay, it is 11:49. What is the date? I don't know. 27th. So let's set the date first. $3:27. Okay, now the time. It's AM 11:50. Oh, better go this way. I'll go 11:51, and it is 11:51. Now I have to press this button and this button. Put it in data mode. And in a few minutes I'll go and check the APRS and see if it's working. So, when that transmitted a second ago, it showed 15 amps. Now I don't know how accurate their amp meter is. What did it say? I wasn't looking. We'll watch it again. Yep, 15 amps. So it's 80 watt radio, Yaesu 2980, hooked up to a packet controller here. So this talks to this. This does not talk to this, because I've done it a million times, but I could not get this to talk to this, or this to talk to this. It just wouldn't work. And I don't know why. And I asked questions, nobody could figure it out. So what I've got is that radio. That's an ICOM 2AT, very old radio on very low power. Come on, sit down. It doesn't want to sit down. There it goes. Okay. It's on very low power, talking to a Cantronics, or Bionics. Yeah, Cantronics. Tiny Track 3 Plus, which is connected to this. This is my original weather station. It was all running on this for years and years, but I got tired of replacing batteries. It's on a solar panel outside. So at this point, I should not have to worry about losing power. This is on a separate power supply than this. It's this little power supply right here is running this. And I don't have to have it that way. I could take that out and probably be well off to do so. I could wire that into the junction box up here and we'd have no problem. But I didn't. I may do that later. I would eliminate one plug on my little whatever that thing is. I don't like those. You like those? I don't like those. There's another 2980 over there, and I've got one outside that I need to put in a truck, in a 4Runner. This APRS, it's a piece of shit. Let's just put it that way. It's a receive only. It does work, but I would have to go into it and reprogram the password and internet part. So everything could go through this into the internet, and I could do it that way, but I don't want to. I just don't want to. I may do it later. I've got several TNCs up here. I used to be a pro at TNCs. I mean, I knew those things inside and out, but I don't anymore. I've forgotten all that stuff. Copy my license over there. That's my Starlink. But anyhow, yeah, it's working. It's doing fine. I don't know why I have this LAN cable up here. I could probably take that out. This is the power supply and junction for all the sensors. These wires here are sensor wires. There's no power on them really. But it's working. It's working again the way it's supposed to, I hope. And I'll watch it for a while and see if we got, see if we have something going on. Alright, that's it for the moment. The next thing to do will be replace that fuse in the box over there that's getting warm. Okay, yesterday I pulled the ham radio stuff off the 12 volt and we're down to 1.3 amps draw on the 12 volt. That's pretty darn good. that really brought down my power consumption there. I bought, I'm trying another type of gauge, but the connector that comes with it is microscopic, so I can only go about 1.5 feet, maybe 18 inches. So it's not going to work the way I was hoping, because I wanted to replace all of this with that new style gauge in this style box. So I could still, I don't know really, I don't want to put anything else in that box. But I could buy another box and maybe put it right here and do away with all that. So I'm researching that right now. And the technology has just changed so much. I wish I'd have had access to all this 8 years ago, but I didn't. I could put it in this box. That's a thought. I actually could put the gauges in this box, but I need to be able to access it with the camera right there. But decisions, you know how it is. I need to be able to see all that. I have not found 12 volt system that would work with Wi-Fi or anything that I could monitor remotely on like an app or something. I have not found anything that would replace these that I could remotely watch. Now for the 110, I can put one on 110, but I can't put anything on all of this. I have not found anything. And I've been looking hard. So if you know of a gauges, 12 volt, 48 volt gauges that will work along with a 110. So I need 12 volt, I need 110, and I need 48 volt. If you know of something that'll do that, let me know. I'll be back. Okay, I put that 80 amp fuse in. This is it. So this has a built-in 80 amp fuse, and this has a built-in 80 amp fuse. This is a combined, so both of these together at 80 amps. So this, if anything was to happen, this should blow way before those do. We're currently charging at 56 amps, and it did get up to 75 amps right after I turned it on. See if I can duplicate that situation. I'll turn the panels off. We'll watch it drop down to 0. Give it a minute. And you see what I mean by, it's got this shunt in here. And I tried out those jacks, or I'm sorry, the meters that were supposed to fit in these cases, and they don't fit in these cases. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I would really like to have individual one case with all those in it, plus the simple fact that the cables are only 18 inches long, so it needs to go from here to up there. So there's a company up in Albuquerque that I may be able to go to have them make cables, but right now I see it as a waste of money. I'll have to check these 2 or 3 times to make sure they don't get loose. That other, where's it at? This one here is 120 amp. That's way too high for what we're using, and it was getting warm. And I double checked the tension on the torque on the screws up here several times, and it didn't help. I'm going to give it a few minutes. Well, a few minutes are up. Turn these on. See where it goes. That's about all it's doing. Might have hit a cloud up there in the sky. I bet it did. Go look. crack the door open. Yeah, looks pretty clear to me. Don't want Sheldon to get out. Just go out, Sheldon. Go. Oh, there goes baby. Well, now I'll have to go chase baby. He doesn't run away. He just wants to go for a car ride, so he'll run down the driveway and wait for me. So I'm going to go do... And all of that, and I did not press record. Can you believe it? Well, I'm not going to go over all of that stuff that I just did, but I got this in. I need to replace this wire with this size wire. Probably both of them with this size wire. And this controller is doing all the work currently. That's on the 6 new panels that are out there, plus the panel somewhere else. I don't know where. I think on the roof. This one here is only charging at about 4 amps. This does still get slightly warm, but it's because of these wires right here. And that's an 80 amp fuse. These each have 80 amp fuses in them. I don't want, so really, technically, I guess this is handling all the load. It's tongue-tied. What can I say? I have those wires there that are hanging down. Those went to the 12 volt up there on the APRS system. And this is wire can go. And this wire can go. So there's 2 more that I can take out. It's always good to take out more, right? One of my chokes just fell off. These help reduce radio interference. And can't think of nothing else. This camera's not working. I need to figure out why. It comes down into this one. And into here. And into here. So if we check that fuse, the fuse is good. If the fuse was not good, that red light would come on. But at any rate, I just reset that camera. We'll see if it comes on. So back to work. I'll put that on a little bit later after I check the tension on these wires a couple times. This shunt does get warm, but with 38 amps on it, I'd probably get warm too. That's all I got, I think. I'll be back. I turn, I can see the little light right there. It says record, so it's recording. I ordered these today from Missouri Wind and Solar, a 90 amp rectifier and the brake switch. And I'm going to go ahead and replace this because I just can't get it out of park mode. It works. As soon as I disconnect these, the windmill out there takes off like a bat out of hell, but I can't figure out how to get it out of park mode. It's something to do with the high and low voltages. I've messed with them to death, and that's probably the problem, is I've messed with them. So as soon as that comes, but that'll be another video. They come on their own little mount. I'll probably take them off the mount that they're on and put them on this mount. It is grounded and everything. And I'll redo these wires here to make it a little bit smoother. What else? That's it. About all we have left to do that I keep procrastinating on is this yellow AC wire right here. I have conduit outside and stuff. What else? We are going to install a mini split, so I'll have to convert this to 220. That's another video. Alright, I'll be back. Okay, let's make sure it says record. It says record. I got the new controller. This is a 90 amp rectifier. It's already warm. Huh. It's working. It has the run, free, spin, and brake on it. I still need to clean all this up. I had to take some stuff out to get that in there. And I need to label it. But it is working. I don't know if you'll see it go or not. But it's working. And I'm happy with that. As long as it's working. I took the old one out. It's over here. There's nothing wrong with it. I just can't get it out of park. So it's just kind of stuck in park. I looked online. I do have the instructions for it. The guy that gave it to me gave me the instructions. I just saw it. There we go. But it is working. It got up to almost 3 amps a little bit ago. Right after I turned it on. But it's got the park and everything built into it. A lot more functional, I should say, than the electronic controllers. So now I just need to clean this up and I'll be done in here. Well, I still need to put that yellow wire somewhere. And we still need to add the 220. So that's it for this video though. I'm going to go ahead and get it published. Yeah, we're up to 3 there for a second. Yeah, there's 3. That's pretty good. It's actually better than it's done in a while. And it's not that windy outside. You can really hear it though. I need to get it off the house. I need to move it away from the house. That might be one of my next projects. So, okay, that's it for me. I'm going to get this one published. And I hope everybody's happy. Yay, I'm happy. Don't worry, be happy. I can sing that song. Okay. Back to